Playing against MMA in the finals again, but will oGsMC come back? We're going to find out right now.
I'm very excited for this matchup. Day 9 as we get started. MLG Metalopolis going to be the map of choice for oGsMC. Seen a lot this weekend. Thanks everyone for coming out. It has been an amazing experience here in Columbus, Ohio. That's right, give yourselves a round of applause. Some amazing showing from the Starcraft 2 community. I've had the opportunity to talk to many of you. They have traveled so far to come and spectate, and it's a pleasure to get to chat and interact with all of you. Hope you've been enjoying the games. I know that I for sure have. And day 9, why don't we introduce our players?
In the north position, the player whose computer refuses to allow him to participate. There we go. If you would like the player in the north, the Red Zerg, to close this match out. All right, no, his computer is working. Yes, if you'd like him to close this match out and go back to MMA in the final, give a cheer for Losira. But if you would like to see oGsMC in the bottom, he managed to do his comeback against Idra. Can he do it again against Losira? If you would like to see him in the finals, give a cheer for MC!
Upon losing to Idra in round number 1, after a victory later on in the championship pools, he was given an interview here at MLG, and during that interview he said that he wanted to win this tournament, having not lost a single one that he has participated in outside of Korea. We did check, and he is very accurate on that statement. However, it has only been 2 competitions. Can he make it a third day 9? It would be pretty amazing of an accomplishment.
Looks like MC is going for a pretty typical opening, has not yet constructed an assimilator. There it is, going down at the usual time. We see MC trying to block that natural expansion, but it looks like Losira just going to go ahead and expand. No. Oh, MC keeping that probe there. Losira wanted to take the expansion, and it looks like MC predicted that appropriately and is going to continue to do the runaround, and he has forced a spawning pool to go down.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be a typical response by the Zerg. If you have a second drone down there, maybe you anticipate that, you're going to be in a lot better shape. He's going to chase off that probe who only has 5 hit points and go ahead and plant that hatchery the moment he hits 300, and there it will go down. So he is delayed just a little bit, but not by a ton. Losira was ready for that. He responded accordingly. Pool goes down, and now his gas is even up.
So we are going to see a very long-term focused play from both of these players given the positions. But will one of these players try to do some sort of surprise all-in? I do not think so. That doesn't seem like the styles of these 2 players. They favor those longer games. Losira absolutely delighted to be getting this far in the tournament, but needs to buckle down and just win one more to be back in the finals where MMA will await him.
And I can only imagine that he wants to have another chance to try to defeat that player from Slayer sitting at the top, a Terran player, and surely watching on to see if he can catch anything that might help him in the future matches here at MLG Columbus. We've got the first Zealot out for MC. He's also getting a Sentry, chrono boosting out that Sentry and chrono boosting out the Warp Gate research. He did take another second gas fairly early. See what he's going to decide to do that, putting some pylons all around the map, and we do have Losira getting those Overlords into very good positions. Watch for anything and also be able to move in if he's got to get some additional vision in MC's base.
Looks like that one Zergling from Losira is going to do a little poke and does manage to get away with 2 health. Losira doing the usual very safe play. We saw him scouting all the skirts of this third base just to make sure no pylons were hidden there. A lot of times we'll even see players run probes all the way to the backside to hide them, but Losira has been trying to aggressively do spotting. Will that Nexus go down? No! And it looks like he might. Oh, these guys are so good at just controlling those units perfectly at the last second.
They are, and during that time, MC did get a probe inside his opponent's base. Didn't give him a whole lot of information. Kind of surprising that he did sneak past that first queen at the natural, and the second queen inside took care of the problem. Getting more drones, and now the Roach Warren is going down with an Overlord on the way. anything else from MC quite yet. Just setting up what he likes to do here at the natural. He's got the gateway going down. He's getting that nexus up. Some lings popping in yet again, checking out the sentry count, looking what's going on there, and you know, from there he can kind of determine how much gas his opponent is spending, etc. We will see another gateway go down and a Twilight Council hidden back here in the corner.
I'm very interested to see what his goal is with this Twilight Council. We do only see 3 sentries out. Would likely be going for a Dark Templar based upon that timing of his resources. Looks like he will just barely have enough. Great timing there. Does go down the Dark Shrine, but here comes a lot of roaches being produced by Losira. It's the exact timing we saw Moon try to use against MC that failed. Losira committing to it himself. Will it suffer the same fate as Moon? Well, no, there's no Stargate in sight, but will MC get these DTs up in time to save himself?
We got a lot of units starting to stream down here to the front of MC's base, and while this might be a gamble, knowing that the starport could be there, the Stargate could be there, he is going to go ahead and move forward with this attack anyway. It has failed so many times versus MC and that Stargate build that he has put out, but in this case, could it actually be a success? There are several sentries down here and a few zealots as well. He does have the 3 gateways to support, and here come those roaches immediately going after that pylon.
Zergling's cut off from the backside. Looks like a pylon does go down, and he throws down another perfect force field. MC is trying to buy himself those precious seconds. Dark Shrine at 89, 90, 10 seconds away. Can he keep himself alive with these force fields? He needs 2 more seconds, but roaches streaming up. No, they break into the main. Stalkers get warped in, not Dark Templar. Oh no! A terrible mistake by MC. Losira target firing the warp gates. Will he be able to get any Dark Templar up in time? Does Losira? He sees it! Losira knows exactly what MC is doing.
And right now the Dark Templar was actually spawned outside of his base at his natural expansion. Ling wreaks havoc in there. They took out these stalkers, and now we've got roaches. 1 roach left continuing to do some damage. He is going to go ahead and wall himself up with a pylon right there. But considering the amount of units that aren't going to be made while those get... Oh, and it got canceled. So he had to cancel it to let that DT in to take care of that roach. An even longer amount of time that MC is going to be dealing with these 2 dead gateways.
But will this spine crawler get done in time? Spore crawler, excuse me, there goes the Dark Templar. It is sprinting. Almost every play Protoss makes early game is to try to help deny a 3rd base for Zerg, but will it be enough here? The Spore crawler is done, but there's no units there to defend. Oh no, it looks like no Zerglings. No, start hitting the Spore crawler. He's target firing the hatchery. Oh, MC making a key misstep. Could have killed the Spore crawler, but instead will have to pull back and fight another day.
He is going to bring just a few lings over there. He's going to surround it with the Queen, using her at a wall, and the Queen survives, the Lings survive, and we got more Lings coming in down here. There is a cannon there, but only 1 sentry with force field. He is going to trap a lot of those Lings with the force field, trying to focus down that 1 sentry that remains. Another one is warped in. We do see these 2 warp gates at the front now powered up, but so much time went by without them up and running, and 2 more gateways on the way.
We do see that layer going down for Losira. He has the Evo chamber, but has not made use of it. There is that classic Losira 4th hatch. And we saw in the midst of that huge push at the front, Losira taking the critical 3rd base. This 3rd was the difference between it being an all-in and then being a brilliantly timed distraction. MC now trying to go for Blink Stalkers with that +1 upgrade. But is it too little too late? We see Zerglings trying to swing their way around. 2 Stalkers to get caught off guard. Will he keep them alive? It looks like yes, MC is continuing to advance forward and may be able to secure a 3rd base of his own.
Yeah, and actually that was good that oGsMC did manage to turn around and go for that, because the Lings could have gone in for a real nasty counterattack. Now we've got a lot of Overlords spread out and heading to the west expansion. I'm not really sure what his plan is with those, but seems to be a little bit unorthodox here. We have a 3rd going down for MC. More Lings moving in. Is he going to go for an attack? He is not. He's just going to check out the unit counts, etc. Just poke in a little bit and then retreat away.
And you know, I would like to come back to comment on this unorthodox little moment here by Losira. It's absolutely unusual to see that many Overlords at that side in a game. Does look like the third gets spotted. MC cleans it up. Now keep in mind though, Losira with that huge attack freed himself up with so much time. He knew his opponent could not possibly do counter aggression. So now look at the Zerg vision control on the map. He's able to spread these overlords out, get absolute domination of all the movement paths, and now Losira is free to make as many drones as he pleases, and a Nidus network going down. Losira pulling out all stops, and it looks like, Blink Stalker's advancing forward.
And he does lose several overlords there, wanting to move forward. Now oGsMC with a lot of stalkers over on his side, and we've got this one overlord in the back covered right by the smoke. The perfect place for a Nidus network. A little surprised that MC doesn't have any sort of pylon there, but he was dealing with an awful lot at the beginning of this matchup, so who knows what was going through his head other than just stopping it. And there is the Nidus. A lot of units going to be loaded in here, Sean, and this could be absolutely devastating from the inside of his opponent's base.
MC moving out. Will he hear it? And there? MC knows that there's something amiss. We see units getting unloaded by Losira. Stalkers morph into the back of the base. Will there be any queens in that mixture? Losira streaming Zerglings in to the back of MC's base.
Gets a very nice surround there initially, and all of the army is now moving forward. Link's doing some damage to some of the probes. However, we noticed that we did... it's the counterattack at the third. Now there are a lot of cannons there. He's going to go ahead and bust down one, possibly take out this pylon. No, he's just going to go ahead and rid it of these cannons, and then he's free to go in on a counterattack. The Nidus is still up, however. It has not been taken out by MC. He's got two different attacks happening in two different locations.
It looks like MC having amazing army control, managing the attacks at the back and front absolutely perfectly, and MC cleans it up in a miracle.